Hello, Storm Nation. Welcome to the podcast. It is Monday morning, and that means I go through my weekly figures, what happened, the good, the bad, the different, the undifferent. Oh, God. Anyway, right, just want to say two things before we get into it. Firstly, the downloads have been absolutely incredible. We're getting 4 figures per day in some days. It is just bananas. So, I really, honestly, genuinely appreciate it. Thank you so much, you guys. I love doing it. I absolutely love doing it. And I love speaking to people. I've been on the phone with different people this week as well. And it's fantastic. So I really appreciate that. Number 2, I want to step up this content game, and I want to give more and more stuff out and more content, because I feel like I don't know, self-storage, I love it. And one thing that I do religiously every single week is I look at other self-storage facilities. I look at hidden gems. And so what I want to do, or what I'm thinking of doing, I just want to, 10 people to either email me or message me on LinkedIn. My email address is deanbooty@icloud.com. Jojo, can you put a link in the show notes? Hopefully we can put a link in the show notes, and you can email me there. Or my LinkedIn, Dean Booty. I'm on LinkedIn. Just tell me if you'd be interested. If you'd be interested, just say yeah, or thumbs up, whatever. And I just want 10 people just to verify that is this something of interest. So what I'll be doing is emailing at least once a week, but let's just say once a week. And what I'll be doing is I will be going through a hidden gem. I'll be finding a self-storage facility. I won't tell you exactly where it is, because I don't want to, I don't think it's fair on that company. And what I'll do is I'll let you know how full they are. As best of my knowledge, I'll take a guess at how much money they're making. I will also look at what they're doing good, what they're doing bad, all sorts of fun stuff, because I do this anyway on a weekly basis. I look at all different self-storages, and I'll try to find hidden gems, hidden away in different places. And so let me know if that is something you'd be interested in, because I do want to start a mailing list, but I don't want to just be one of these podcasters who send you an email saying, hey, guess what? My podcast is out today. Because I just think that's a bit boring. I want to be different. I want it to be useful and impactful and knowledgeable, something that you're going to actually like. And so that's my thought anyway. And obviously this will iterate and improve the mailing list. Ideally, what I want to do is get 1,000 people on this mailing list. 1,000 people in the first 3 months, and then go from there. I think there's a massive opportunity in self-storage. A massive people are loving content. It doesn't matter what country. We're in something like 82 different countries now, or something stupid like that. So we're getting so many listeners from different countries. And shout out to people in South Africa as well. Just got an email from someone in South Africa who listens to the podcast. So that's just absolutely amazing. It's blowing my mind how much people. Do you know what I'm finding? I'm finding that people love self-storage as much as me, which I never thought was possible. I just love the concept. I love the industry. I don't know what it is, obviously, because it does well. We do well out of it. Everybody does well out of it in a minute. So that's probably something to do with it. Okay, let's get on with the quotes and weekly numbers. Right, how many quotes did we have last week? We had 44 quotes. So a little bit slower than the previous weeks, but still a phenomenal week. Oh, by the way, Clough Road has opened. The website's still not up and running, etc. We have chose a software provider, and I'm going to go into that on Friday, which software provider we have chosen. And we're not quite up and running with the internet, with bits and bobs. It needs to, the design team are busy building it out and designing it for us. And so we're nearly there. However, we have opened we finished painting the floors on Tuesday, and we have 400, is it 450? I think it's 400, oh, is it 550? 450 or 550 square foot moved in. It could be, I don't know, 450 or 550. I can't remember. Sorry, I haven't actually been built out the report, so I don't actually know the exact amount, but it's 450 or 550. I think it's 550 of square foot actually moved in. And so that is really, really good, because my projections, I've only projected that would net like 530 square foot every single month, which we should absolutely annihilate that. We really, really should. So I'm absolutely convinced that we're going to beat that. And if that's correct, we still fill up in 18 months. So that is amazing. Have a site there, and that will be netting on my projections. I reckon we'll have a site there that will net 250 grand a year. Manless, it's working beautifully. The no-key technology is integrated. We haven't had one problem, one issue with that technology, which is super impressive. I went today because I was trying to Google My Business, set my Google My Business page up, and you get a postcard sent through just to make sure that verifies, you are who you say you are. And I just went for a walk around the site. I just pressed the button, open gate, open door, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm in. It was It was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. And I think that it's going to be a great experience for anybody moving in. We have had one person, and again, I want to share the good and the bad with you guys. We've had one person who said, can't be bothered with all that technology. What do you mean technology? It's literally an app. Well, I suppose. Yeah, so again, I think there'll be few and far between. We've had one person who said, bollocks to that, or words to that effect. And so hopefully we won't have many more. We are testing as well. We are testing prices on the website with no firewall. I have my own personal opinions on this now. And I feel as time goes on, I'm going to have stronger and stronger opinions. And they differ from other people, a lot of other people. So but do you know what? It's just a finger in the air. Who knows? Who knows if I'm right or who knows if I'm wrong? I don't have the data, but soon, because we're testing, we'll have the data. The only way you'll ever know is if you test something. And it's a scary ass thing to do, is put prices on your website and not have it behind any information wall. It is scary because what happens if conversions go down? We don't want to lose customers, but do you know what? It might be better. The conversions might go up. So we've got to test. We've got to test things. My one worry is that obviously not all self-storage facilities are the same. And so if we're just comparing price, then people will not come to us because we're the most expensive. We're like a 5-star. I feel stupid saying that. We're like a 5-star hotel and somebody else might be a 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, whatever it is. And I see it as our job to inform the customers, to educate the customers. But then I start arguing myself and thinking, what? So you think that the customers aren't informed enough to make a proper decision. And so you feel like that and so I argue with myself. But so the thing is, at Clough Road, we are trying it with prices online with no information firewall, which will be interesting. So we'll see what happens there. Right, so let's get back to the quotes. So far, so good. Clough Road, I think it's 550 square foot moved in, and I would expect over 1,000 square foot in February, exceed 1,000 square foot. So hopefully we're going to have over 1,500 square foot moved in February, which will be nice. It'll be nice to set the ball rolling. Right, the amount of quotes is 44. So a little bit lower than what we normally have recently, but it's still fantastic. 44 quotes in January. I'll take that all day. So that's 6.29 quotes per day. Number of reservations is 16. Number of forward move-ins is 8. Now that will dramatically increase as well because we're going to make sure that people can do that online without talking to us. I want 75% because forward move-ins, we've looked in the data, the more information that somebody gives you or that we take from somebody else, the less likely they are to not show up. It literally is, but it's I've done a podcast on this previously. I think it's something like 17% of our customers who reserve don't show up. So we have 17% of people just don't show up, and that then goes down to just 2% if we do a forward moving. It's incredible. So the decrease there is absolutely fantastic. So the takeaway, massive takeaway for me is the more forward movings, the more information you can take off a customer, the more of that moving process you can do when they reserve, the less likely they are to not show up. So for me, it is a game changer, that information. Again, it's about testing. It's about looking at information and studying your KPIs. That's why I love doing this. So it's 8 forward move-ins. Number of new move-ins this week was 12. That was for 850 square foot. Do you remember last week? I think we only had 150 square foot due. So over the moon with that, absolutely phenomenal. We had 2 extra move-ins, which meant we had overall square foot moved in was 900. By the way, so conversion rates for reservations to move-ins was 27%, which is brilliant. The conversion rate from quotes to reservations was 36%. Again, outstanding, bloody standing team. Really amazing. Here's something else as well that's interesting. Number of times the van was rented out was Transit 7. Have a guess here. Luton. Boop, 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 boop. I just watched a movie and that was in this movie for the kids. Boop, 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 boop. Who guessed it? 7. Yay! So we had all the Transit rented out all week and the Luton rented out all week as well. So fantastic there. Where did our quotes come from? We had 24 from Google. That was only 54%. Interesting. Well, 55% if we rounded up. And we had 4 from word of mouth. That was 9%. We had 11 from passing by. That was 25%. And we had 3 from social media. That's 7%. We had 2 from removals. That is 5%. And nothing from anywhere else. So square foot moved in, 900. Square foot moved out. I'm going to tell you after a word from our sponsors. And I'm going to have a drink of Diet Coke. Right. Square foot moved out was 785. I thought we would lose square foot this week. In fact, I was convinced we'd lose square foot this week because we didn't have so many move-ins due. We had quite a few move-outs due as well. But net result was 115 square foot. Woohoo! Amount of rooms moved in. Oh, just really funny. I think it's funny. The team don't think it's funny. So I set bonuses for everybody in the team that if we hit 1,000 square foot up in a month, then people get bonuses in all shapes and sizes in the team. And at the minute, we are 980 square foot up for the month. And so it all depends on today. When you're listening to this, it's today. I'm recording it on Sunday evening. So at the minute, 980 square foot. And I know what you're thinking, Dean, you are so tight. Hey, listen, I give so much bonuses away. What's the point of a target? If a target's a target. So at the minute, yes, there's no bonus. And so, I find that very, very interesting for the team because we're all pulled together. And I know full well it will be full steam ahead just to try and get 25 square foot or whatever, get people to move in tomorrow. That's what we'll be looking for. Obviously, why would we're all in the same direction. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the team hit the bonus next today, tomorrow, whenever. Well, it's Sunday, so it's tomorrow for me, but today for you. So hopefully the team will hit their bonus, and obviously I'll let you know on the monthly figures. Amount of rooms moved in was 14. Amount of rooms moved out was 10. So we've got 347 internal rooms occupied. Do you know what? I know it's a vanity metrics, but I would love 350 internal rooms occupied. Yeah, that'd be nice. Amount of containers in, none. Amount of containers out was 1. So we've got 45 containers rented out. Car parking, none in, none out. We've only got 6 there. Current store occupancy is 80.78%. So if we round up, it's 81. We do want to get up to that 85%. Well, I want to get up to higher than that, but you know what I mean. Average sales for merchandise was £23.32. Well done, team. Nearly to that £25 that we're aiming for. Total amount of insurance sold this week was 48,000. That meant it was average sold this week per move-in was 4,000. Now that is, it's bloody, I was going to say bloody rubbish, but I thought that's a bit harsh, but it is rubbish because we normally like to be over 5,000. So when I say rubbish, it's a little bit below where I want to be. Normally we do hit the 5,000 mark, but we didn't last week. So amount of square foot moved due in next week is we've got 10 move-ins due for 675 square foot. This is the most important data for me because I already know all the rest of it, all just about. And so now I like to see what's going to happen. So amount of square foot move out next week is 11 move outs for 880. So according to this, we're going to lose 105 square foot, roughly, give or take. As we know, last week, it didn't work out like that. So, I actually believe that we're going to be up next week. I think we're excuse me. I think we're pretty hot on what we do. And so as long as the quotes come in, I am sure we will get to that figure. Okay, so let's have a look at the weekly revenue check. How much moolah did we take? And I've got this all ready for you. Stormo, this is the first time I'm seeing it as well. So I always look at bounce direct debits for some reason. We have 515 quid of bounce direct debits. So we've got a weekly net revenue for Stormo of £17,315.12. That's what actual cash has hit our bank account. And it's a little bit below where we normally want to be in total as in altogether. Beverly, we had no bounce direct debits. We never really do. And we have weekly net revenue of £2,501.13. So total, we've took £19,816.25. What else have I got to tell you? Really, really excited about the future, guys. I believe by June we'll have 6 sites. So we've got 3 up and running now, and then we've got 1, 2, 3. We do have just a little bit of problem. I'm going to have to write it on my hand. So I'll forget. Yeah, we do have a little bit of problem with one of the sites. It's that we're looking at. It's just we've got a mezzanine floor and we don't know if it's fire rated, etc. And it's just stalling. It's just holding things up. And really, I could do with, could do with finding a better location to be. Well, not a better location because it's a good location, but I don't know. There's something about it I don't like. So maybe it's gonna be 5 and not 6 sites. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? But it's a fantastic location. You can't get a better location. That's the problem. It's just a bit. I like a clean break. I like something that's clean, and this isn't, because it's got half mezzanine in a weird position, and I don't know. But it's with solicitors at the minute, so I've got to make a decision pretty quickly. Right, so that's where we are. So yeah, some really exciting things happening for us in the next 6 months. And hopefully this manless rollout will be a winner chicken dinner. So far so good. We've had the first person, by the way, move in at Stormore Clough Road that hasn't. This is for me celebration. It was Friday evening when they actually moved in without any human interaction whatsoever. Didn't even speak to us and moved in. Booked 100 square foot and moved in. I was like, this is fucking awesome. I was genuinely so happy. I was celebrating with Claire, my wife, and I was like, Claire, you don't understand. Proof of concept now is done. We've got a customer gone from, the whole customer journey has happened without us getting in touch whatsoever. So it was terrific. It was fantastic. And I was celebrating. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I was texting everybody thinking, yeah, well done team, we've done it. And then sure enough, what did I do? They failed the verified ID check. I was like, oh no. But apparently we spoke to them afterwards, and they was trying to do it on a picture on their iPhone, that with their passport or something, when they need to take an actual picture of a passport. So as soon as I got home from work, that was rectified and done. So I'm still counting that as no human interaction because we didn't have to do anything. All right, guys, girls, that's basically it. Hope you guys are well. Hope you guys are going to have an amazing week, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye.